Hey guys, Jags here. Thank you all so much for your time. Very quick video today. You know why we're here. It's breaking everywhere. Jaylen Brown, Kevin Durant. Here we go again with all of this. However, it seems like there's some real traction here to the point where there could be a trade now. I mean, the Athletics, Celtics offer Jaylen Brown package, another one from ESPN. It's all over the place right now. So, like I said, guys, I don't want to spend too much time on this because I have been on the record multiple times, multiple videos, and I feel like we are now. I'm at a point where I don't need to. I mean, it'd be me reiterating the same points over and over. My last video I just did, Jaylen Brown season review. Make sure you're looking up above. I'll make sure I post all the any video I've done related to Jaylen and KD, because like I said, it's been multiple videos just about them two. I recently did one when KD first requested a trade, and in that video I addressed Brian Scalabrine and everyone else who was saying let's do the trade. Well, why it's a little bit different now is because back then it was we didn't know details. It was just, hypothetical Jaylen for KD. And my quickest point was the money doesn't even match. What are we talking about? Jaylen makes 25, KD makes 40, like the end. Well, now it's coming out that the Celtics have offered, and like I said, I don't know any of this. This could be bullshit. This is according to Google and Twitter. So who knows, right? And there's multiple things. You just got to kind of try to, navigate and read in between the lines. But it's stating that they've already offered Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and a first. And that has been countered with Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Derek White, and multiple first. I don't know if it's 2, 5. I don't know what it is. But again, you knew that there was going to be some sort of picks involved. But essentially, the Celtics have already said, we'll give you Jaylen and Derek. And the Nets said, throw in Marcus Smart and an additional pick, and you got it. So now we're talking about what has the Celtics been doing this entire offseason that we have all been excited about? The depth, the bench, addressing the needs that they just went on an NBA Finals Game 6 run, right? 2 games away. They were 5 minutes away from taking a 3-1 lead when they had that lead in Game 4 with 5 minutes to go before they shit the bed. So it's like they then go and add Brogdon, Gallo. They're beefing up that bench. They already had a sick-ass 7-man rotation that they just, like I said, went on a finals run. And then you add 2 of like home run 2 players that just, it seems like, couldn't be better fits for your needs. A Brogdon, a 26-6 guy that can be everything you needed as an additional playmaking point guard. And then Gallo, a guy who's averaged 20 points, a career 40% shooter, points off the bench, a stretch big. It's like, and now we are going to trade away these 3 players and then be right back at what? A 7-man rotation, right? Because we're essentially trading out 3 of our top guys in our rotation for just, and I don't know if there's additional, if it's KD and Seth Curry, like, I don't know, that Patty Mills probably. I mean, who knows? I would have to imagine someone else gets thrown in here, because from the other side of it, it's like the Celtics, you send out Smart and White. Okay, cool. So you got Brogdon as clearly the starting point guard, but who's the backup point guard? Where's our guard depth now? You sent out Jaylen, the starting 2, Marcus, the starting 1, White, the one of the first guys off the bench who can play the 1 or 2. So now you got what? Brogdon, who's played 30 games, and then Pritchard. Who else? Seriously, who else? Listen, to play devil's advocate and to look at the other side of it, there's no way that Brad's not. There has to be something else going on behind the scenes. to where I'm thinking maybe all this bullshit, because this is just such a media driven, crazy ass storyline to where we've been dealing with this breakup the Jays for forever, it seems like, to the point where, like, how many times have I said it? If any of those other videos you watch, I've said it. You won't be happy until you break this deal apart. And it just seems like it's almost inevitable. And I feel like Brad and them, they must have got to feel that maybe that Jaylen might be wanting to move on in the long run. Like, I know that maybe contract talks, or getting a feeler out there, and maybe they're just not liking what the return is. Maybe it's they're getting an indication from him that, yeah, fuck all this drama. Y'all don't appreciate me in Boston. I'll go back home to Atlanta, or I'll go wherever. And and it's that would of course be a completely different story. But at the same time, it's like, part of me, it's like, if Jaylen Brown really did want to leave, it's like, first off, why not open that trade up to the league? Like, okay, you don't think that, I mean, you could think of the return you could get for Jaylen. I get Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant, 30, but it's the age and the history of injuries. And it's just like, you could go and easily get, like, you don't think you could get Donovan Mitchell for Jaylen? You don't think you could call up Atlanta and say, hey, give me John Collins and Bogdanovich for Jaylen? Or, I mean, my point is, you could pretty much call just about any team and damn near get just, I mean, such a pretty badass package. Call up Washington, talk to them about Bradley Beal, you could call up any team, like I said, and talk to them about, one hell of a badass package. Now, is any of those players going to be better than Kevin Durant? No, Kevin Durant, to me, is number 2 in the world, right behind Giannis. He's a 30-point per game, a 38-6, while a two-way can play deep. He's one of the greatest of all time. It's Kevin Durant. He's a superstar. He's a champion. He's an MVP. Again, it just comes down to his age. And think about that Brooklyn team. All of a sudden, if they got that package, you've got Smart, Seth Curry, Jaylen Brown, Ben Simmons. You've got Derek White coming off the bench. You've got a shitload of picks. I mean, that's, a Jaylen Brown, Ben Simmons with White, Curry, Smart, Claxton, is Brown still there? I mean, that's Patty Mills. Like, that's not a bad little return for them, especially, Kyrie still there. Holy shit. Kyrie, Smart, Jaylen, wow. So, hey, Brooklyn could do much worse, man. That would be a home run for Brooklyn. If Boston says yes to them, and look at the other side, what would Boston look like? It would be would it be Brogdon? You see already with the 2, seriously. So you got Brogdon, Tatum, Durant, Al, and Rob. It would have to be, right? Because the only other people on your bench at that point is Gallo and Grant, who basically play the exact same position, and then Peyton Pritchard is, already it's an issue. You essentially have got Gallo, Tatum, Grant, and KD as 4 of and they are all of a similar build, and where I'm going. Obviously, I'm not going to get too deep into that, but I just don't. I feel like this team is so close to being complete right now that you just got to add a damn free agent center, and we're right there. I don't want anything else major done to this team. But again, something about this just makes me think that there obviously is something else going on behind the scenes, and it just seems like Brad and there must be something going on where they don't think Jaylen is coming back, because otherwise I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Now, granted, I'm not going to be corny if this trade does happen and KD is now been a Boston Celtic. Of course, I'm going to embrace him and I'm going to celebrate him. He has been a Celtic. It is what it is. Do I think that they can win a championship with Kevin Durant? I do, of course, but I think they can do it right now without him. So I just don't think you jeopardize and compromise the future and the longevity of this team with players that are of a similar age and, I mean, have been together for years. I mean, go watch that season review on Jaylen and just everything I talk about he's accomplished in his short career here in Boston, and him and Jason together, and Marcus. And we'll have to see, guys. We'll have to see if this is smoke, but normally where there's smoke, there's fire. And the fact that we've continued to hear, it's been weeks now with this KD to Boston shit. And we know this has been a team in the past he's been interested in going to. He's got multiple, 4 years left on his, contract at $40 million a year. I think that, again, that instantly puts, the Celtics, they're already favorites. So again, I can't say anything about putting them in they're already there, right? According to betting websites or whatnot. But again, I've been very, very public, and where I stand. We have to essentially wait and see. Let me know in the comments below. How do you feel? I know the consensus has pretty much been that people don't want to see Jaylen go. But what the hell do you think this is really about? What do you think is going on here? Why would the Celtics really do this? And again, just let me know. Do you want to see Kevin Durant traded to the Boston Celtics for Jaylen Brown? And if you have any information that I wasn't able to incorporate in this video, man, definitely drop it below. But again, guys, Jags to Riches, James Peters, thank you all so much for your time. Let's wait and see. And if something does drop, obviously I will be back, with an update. Take care, guys.